Hello friends, it's Tina Swanson, aka Good Girl, and I thought I would go and do a process video with you. What I'm doing right now is I'm participating in a swap, of course. You know I love my swaps. It's a great way for me to basically challenge my creative outlet, and it gives me the opportunity to try different things. So this particular swap is through a Facebook group called Papercrafting Swapaholics, not so anonymous. And what it is, it's an 8.5 by 11 junk journal page, and the theme is your partner's dream destination. And my partner's dream destination is Italy's vineyards, and of course mine, well, not of course, but mine is Fiji. So she'll be doing a junk journal page based on Fiji, and I am doing hers on Italy's vineyards. And so what I've already got started is I found an awesome photo here of Tuscany. It's beautiful, and I kind of love how the background is kind of muted, and then the focus is here. Unfortunately, it did not give me who the photographer is, and I'm not selling this, I'm giving this away. So this is the theme, and so this I actually photocopied on photo paper because I wanted to make sure all the colors were going to be nice and vibrant. And what I want to do now is I want to cover this side of the photo paper, and I don't want to go to the store, and I don't want to buy wine theme scrapbooking paper. I actually don't want to go to the store and buy anything. I have a studio full of product that I need to utilize, and so that's basically my goal. I have Dollar Tree wine theme napkins, and so I saw this tutorial earlier and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. And so I did that, and what I did is I have this particular napkin that I adhered to some cardstock that I have. And I love it because the napkin is a tri-fold napkin, and it actually took out the lines of the fold, and it's nice and crisp. And so I'm going to show you how I did this. And as with other videos, when you see new ideas, it's always nice to give the person that you learned from credit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link that person's YouTube video in my comment section, because obviously it's not my idea. So, and I think when I watched her video, she said that she learned it from somebody else, and I think she linked her video. So anyways, what I'm going to do is link the person that I learned from's video in my comment section. So most important, what you're going to need for this particular craftiness is you're going to need the base that you want to put your napkin down on. You're going to need parchment paper. You're going to need a surface that you can protect. This is my a surface to iron on, and this here, this gray that you're seeing in the background, is my little mini ironing board that I use for sewing. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to need 2 pieces of parchment paper and some cling wrap. And so I'm using the parchment paper on my ironing board because I don't want to ruin it. I don't know if you can see, but there's like glitter all over this ironing board. So that wasn't too smart of me at the time. So I'm going to protect that because I don't want the cling wrap to glue to the ironing board. So I put some parchment paper down. I've got my base. Okay, so this is an old tag that I had in my stash. It was a long tag that I cut it down to size. And then you need your napkin that you want to use. And so when you're doing this process, you want to make sure that you take all the extra plies off of it. So I know sometimes you buy the napkins and they're 2-ply and 3-ply. So this particular one is 2-ply. So you want to take the backing off. If you don't do that, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up gluing the ply, the backing of your napkin to your base. And that's what I did here. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't sticking, and it was because I didn't take my my ply off, my second ply. I'm not going to get rid of this because I still like the texture of this, so I'm probably going to do something fun with this. So I'm going to keep this, so this will be another project for another day. Who knows, I might actually utilize it in this project. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so now I want to do is I want to lay my cling wrap to the bottom. Any cling wrap should work. I am using I lost my box. I'm not sure where the box went. So I'm just going to tear this off. I tried using scissors and it wasn't very forgiving. So you want to cover the area that you want your napkin to stick to. Okay. And I'm actually gonna, my nails are sticking to it. My nice, bright, obnoxious, but cheery nails. That's the whole point. That's what I wanted when I went in there. And then I basically just jaggedly tore this napkin because I didn't want a uniform look to it. Okay, and I thought this was fitting because it's a bottle of Chardonnay and it says Tuscany on it. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another piece of parchment over the top. I don't want my iron sitting on top of that napkin. Okay, I'm going to smooth it out just a little bit. And my iron is set to the highest setting. You want to make sure, if you have a steam iron, which mine is that it's not on the steam setting, because that's a whole other sort of mess. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to apply evenly pressure and heat to my project. If I recall some time ago, this was a project, remember those crafting shows? If I recall, this was one that was actually shown on that. I'm not sure. It's kind of nice to kind of see tutorials that revisit older crafting type techniques, because it's always nice to kind of revisit, because you always have these things that kind of trend for a while and then you lose sight of some of the other stuff, and it's kind of nice to kind of bring back the oldie but goodies. So I'm just pushing down on it, and again, make sure that the steam is off. And I think what I'm going to do is, if I'm going to start using my iron for projects, I think I'm going to invest in a smaller one, like a little travel iron with no holes. And that way, when I'm filming a YouTube video, you guys aren't seeing this huge, gigantic metal piece like you are now. Taking up the whole camera. My camera is on, it's rigged. I tried using the tripod and it didn't work out so well because I had to basically craft around the arms of the tripod, or the tripod was in the middle of my video, and a little bit of OCD here. I didn't like that so much because I knew it shouldn't be there. And so what I did was I went to Goodwill and bought one of those lamps that have like a swinging arm that you can basically adjust. I took the lamp and the wires off and everything, and I'm using the arm, so I've got my camera rigged to that. But unfortunately it can only go so high. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check to make sure that my napkin adhered to my base. And so I'm going to peel it up, and because my cling wrap was bigger than my project, you're going to get that there. That's okay, but as you can tell, that's nicely adhered. Bring this up, and so is that. I just want to check the corners because I am using an iron with holes in it. Sometimes where those holes are, it won't get your project. Okay, so now I'm just going to peel my parchment off. The plastic will stick to it. You can just basically peel that off and reuse your parchment for a later day. And here we go. So I'm just going to, you can cut this off, or you can just kind of peel it off. It's whatever you want. Now, the one thing is, because this napkin did not fill the whole page of my project, you're going to get the plastic around this edge. You can see that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some vintage photo and basically just kind of distress those edges. And what I plan on doing is just kind of walking you guys through this whole process. And so hopefully I can keep the videos like under 15 minutes. And then when we're all done, hopefully we'll have a super cute junk journal page that I can send off to my partner. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? And so that'll be a tag I might do some stamping here. And so kind of what my thoughts are, by using this picture, I'm going to sew some lace here so if I can create some pockets, and then that way it doesn't cover up the beautiful vineyard here. You can still kind of see that coming through. And then I'll utilize this tag in there. And I might just tear these edges. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. It's kind of a wide tag. We'll see. All right, so that's it for this particular, and I think I showed you guys the backing of my my picture is what I'm going to use. So a total wine theme, basically. Okay, that's it for now. Until the next video, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.